Well guys, it's sort of fitting. I mine cryptocurrency. I'm a miner, whether virtual or for real. And I took an old cryptocurrency mining rig frame that got wrecked by in shipping, and I'm cutting it apart to make a retainer for my sluice mats. Now, the only thing that I see that could be an issue, I'm going to have to trim this so I can even get started and line this up nice. What I'm looking at, I'm going to cut these tabs off yet. I'm going to have a piece here in the middle that'll clamp down and hold, hopefully with 2 screws, and hold these 2 mats together. That's hopefully the theory. My only concern is I don't know if stuff is going to want to flow under, because the one mat's higher than the other. So the other option I have is to go something like this. I'm thinking that's going to end up being the option, preferred option. Because they cut this too short on me, it leaves me figuring stuff that I shouldn't have to. Well, how's that look here, guys? I still have enough, I have to have enough room here on the end to put a clamp on here, and yet have enough room for a feeder tray. So this is tight. But look here, I formed this so that it's angled down with 2 points of contact. It should hold this firmly in place here, hold this one firmly in place. I want to go right here, line it up on that mat, and 2 screws will hold it down. I think that's going to work beautiful. I used a drill press for perfection, and sadly even the drill on that slipped a tiny bit on here. So I'm a tiny bit off. I don't think anybody will ever see that, so what I'm doing here is to make sure I've got this lined up beautifully. I've got it on the mat where I want it, and I'm literally going to drill the hole straight through. Don't want all that in my mat. There's one. Now, I'm actually going to get a screw and line that up so I don't lose my spot there. I really want this precise as I can get. Okay, now I need some screws and wing nuts. I like it. That looks like a sluice box. I really love this. Took me some thinking, but I really like how it worked out. I got some wing nuts in town to fit, and it holds in place really well. It's amazing. So up here I have an issue to figure out, because they cut this so short, and I did fortunately get a spare piece. I'm thinking about some sort of a feeder, but I'm wondering if I want to make the feeder actually pin down and hold the mat. So I'll have 2 holes through here, right up just in front of the mat. And I'm going to have to cut this down a little to fit inside here. That is huge. I got it. I still got to do some sanding up in here. I've got a really cool tool I'll probably show you in a couple minutes. I can sand off these lips and edges. I used a diamond blade on a grinder actually to cut in here, but what surprised me is it actually melts the aluminum. It was really weird. And then I've got a electric hand file that I'm rounding off the edges and corners with, and I'll do that also on the sluice box. Alright, now I'm going to try to line up the holes, and I'm going to drill my holes in here neatly, and then I can get the screws in and see how it feels. I've got some clamps on here to hold it straight as can be. And I'm going to drill through here so I can get a screw through here with a wing nut. Now, I want to get a wing nut in there to help hold that in place while I continue to work on. I have to clean up those holes later. Going it in this way, yeah. But that'll help keep everything straight as I work. Still good and straight. And then I'm going to drill this one, and then I'm going to put two in the middle. But I can do that off camera. Here is MEGA Sluice. It is huge. I could probably turn this into a high banker later on when I'm processing from my yard. But again, the idea is to process a massive amount of material in a brief time. One thing I still have to do is put a handle on here so I can carry this along. That's funny. The handle's going to be centered though on here, and this piece can fold over later on for storage, so I'll probably flip it over and tack it on upside down when I'm transporting it. But there it is so far. It's big. Now that's more like it, guys. Alright, up here I put two more holes. I did it at an angle. I could not put these holes at an angle because my drill press was slipping. I forgot to mention that. Why I didn't manage to finish that properly. Now check this out. This is some serious material flowing here now. That is fast. That's crazy fast. This is beyond what I imagined it would be. This is black beach sand with a lot of whites, but you can see there's a lot of black in there. That is crazy fast. Look at that. Wow. Let's see if I can switch hands here. Wow, that's fast. I can run through a 5-gallon bucket in mere minutes. Whoops. I'm not so good with my right hand. Even if I just glop it on, it runs, Look at that. Look at that, it runs. It takes care of it. Wow, that is crazy fast. That flow rate is nice. Wow. All right, I'm pleased. Yeah, that's faster than I had dreamed it could be. Look at that. I mean, look at that feed rate. If you compare that to my little teaspoon feed on the other time, last time I was out there, that is impressive. Actually, that beats a lot of the sluices I've seen online, on videos. Oh, that's wet down here. Look at that feed rate. It just takes it all. Wow, no bogging down, no plugging up the mats. Now, the real deal is going to be seeing what it catches in those mats. But I'm just checking the feed right now. Well, guys, I'm happy. Well, guys, this is exciting. Please like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. I got awesome videos to come here on Michigan Prospectors. I got just a couple little things. There's a little bit of a leak there, no big deal. And I did extend my stand, I forgot to mention. But that stand's gonna be covered in a different video in the future. But this is awesome.